No agent or publisher wants to hear that your book is for everyone, or all women, or all moms, or all married women. This is a big red flag, and it says I haven't really done my homework. I don't really know who my target audience is. I'm just kind of throwing an arrow in the dark. And Hey sis, welcome to the Entrusted Women podcast, a one-point podcast created to equip Christian women communicators of color. Every episode focuses on a single point to equip you in one of four areas: purpose, writing, speaking, and business. Along the way, I will share stories, lessons, tips, mistakes, and real-time experiences that I am learning on my journey as a Christian woman communicator of color. Today's point is your query letter may be the first introduction a publisher or a literary agent has to you, so it needs to be good. The first tip for writing your query letter is to make it personal. What is a connection point that you could use to do this? Maybe you heard an agent speak at a conference. Did you have a 15-minute publishing appointment with an acquisition editor at a conference? Maybe you read an article that he or she wrote. Or even better, you read a book by an author that they currently represent, and for that reason you believe that they would be a great representation for you because you have a similar type book. This shows you did your homework and you're not just randomly singling them out because you desperately want to be represented by somebody, anybody. You want to have a specific literary agent that you've researched and you know is a good fit, or a publisher. The next tip for writing a nonfiction query letter is to write a compelling description of your book. Assuming that the acquisition editor or the literary agent gets past your greeting, you need to make sure that your book description is engaging, that it keeps their attention, that you're displaying, hey, I am a great writer, including an eye-catching title and subtitle. You do not want a title they have likely heard before that sounds like every other pitch that they receive. You want something unique to them that would prove interesting for your reader. In your description, you also need to creatively share your genre, a synopsis, and unique selling proposition for your book. You should be able to explain why people would be interested in buying this book. This requires knowledge of the subject matter and the current books that are in the marketplace similar to yours. You also need to have a good idea of who would likely buy your book. This is your target audience if it is published. No agent or publisher wants to hear that your book is for everyone, or all women, or all moms, or all married women. This is a big red flag, and it says I haven't really done my homework. I don't really know who my target audience is. I'm just kind of throwing an arrow in the dark, and I don't really know who my book is for. If you cannot sell your book idea to a potential publisher or a literary agent, you probably will have a very hard time selling it to your ideal target audience, especially if you don't really know who they are. The next tip for writing a query letter is to include your bio. You do not need to include every single accolade that you've ever received down to kindergarten. You only want to include enough information to provide credibility, a glimpse of your platform size and who you are and what qualifies you to write the book that you are pitching. This can be accomplished in about 250 words. You do not need a long bio to do this. Sometimes in a bio, less is more and succinct is more. We don't want to bore them with a long list of accomplishments. What they want to know is, can you write this book? Query letters are used to pitch literary agents and publishers for representation. They may be used in isolation or as the front cover of a book proposal. When I pitched my book proposal, I did not have a query letter. This could be because I had a literary agent already. The main thing to remember is this is a publishing professional's first interaction with your writing ability and with you. This is your chance to convince them to represent you, that you are a sure thing. So you want to do an excellent job. If you are not signed or acquired, don't be discouraged after you pitch your query letter. Rejection is a part of the process. Just revise your query letter, get feedback, and submit it again and again. If you are interested in getting more instruction on writing a book proposal, check out the link to our Leafwood Publishers book proposal contest in the description section of this video below. I also want to invite you to join our free Facebook group. Join our community of entrusted women that are focused on determining the message that we have been entrusted with and the intentional purpose that God created each of us for. All you need to do is click the link in the description section below this video. And I want to invite you to join me next week as we talk about 5 ways to open your signature talk.